Vision of the Wolf Pack, as narrated by me, Walden Wizard. Vision of the Wolf Pack. Ow! There's a lot going on. Really a lot. In fact, quite a bit and more, which is why I wanted to update you with these details. Brought to you by the growing pack, all alphas, and yet the giving heart gathers. Today's topic is the summary, with some key reveals, many more unknown, of what is going on with the Forever Friends production, or shall I say, productions. Very good news, as shortly that entire world comes to life for you. It already exists for us, you see. Here we go. And who is this voice, some ask? Well, of course, it's me, Walden Wizard, and I've brought some friends with me. So, Walden, who are these friends? Well, here they are, as shown in an email to one of the Queen Alphas herself, Kaya Alexander. Kaya writes, 11 days from this speaking, in this realm. Oh, I've sent it to her. Under my guise, my nom de plume, Don Lucky Jr. Kaya, I so appreciate this and need quick tips, as I cannot blow this. My spec IP in the background is blowing up, and I've made its way to the front of the line past my other outline productions, which were defined pre-strike. Mark Blutman, was instrumental, and my hard-edge guiding light with a heart of gold, seeing everything put out on www.thehollywoodhotline.com. Then, post-strike, WGA said to go ahead and pitch. Swing and no misses here. We've got the entire stadium surrounding us at this time. I haven't needed an agent for the Gibbs, and that's a long backstory. Plus, on the plus side, I do save 10% of all sales offered to be used for negotiating purposes. So it's been off to Paramount for all of this time, just as I picked, maintained, and fluffed my cast choices. I stand behind them and always will. To now, this is Paris Hilton as Mom, Twin / Alex Cooper as Viera Mori, Demi Lovato as Iha Vicky, Tina, who I'm pronouncing it properly, as Alanis, Alex Shipp as Karina, Nick DiGiovanni as Brother, the Donkey Boy, etc. You'll see the names. Mr. McConaughey as Mr. Owl, the dad, with the kids as Penguin, Lamb, and Pig. Dua Lipa as Mermaid Queen, Mother Queen of Mermaids, actually. Helen Mirren as Mother, and Eva Mendes as Mrs. Mendes. Clean it, Ryan Gosling. Now, if she is union allowed, only if she is union allowed, Kim Kardashian is the evil twin queen. None more to be said there. Pre-pitch, I've not only been developing the narrative to 2 or 4 seasons through the story arc, but also plausibly added in all of Bobbyland and Dungeons & Dragons to compete with Game of Thrones animated, should that moment arise, also to create to the boy side of my Cloudverse, and aging the Paramount-owned Monster High 2 characters to where they could play with the Forever Friends. Really big stuff. And now, here's Trevor Noah. Hello, I'm Trevor Noah. Just like Donatella Versace, be sure and join me, Trevor Noah, on the red carpet to the Grammys, where you'll see many fashions abounding. And now back to Walden Wizard. If you click the link there in the drive, you'll pull up the Versace-style samplings that I've arrived at for the artists and talents as such. Oh, this expands and builds all empires. I've built it that way, you see. I'm being smart and leveraging, but there has to be a big 5 or big 8 to put it in. This will build any of those companies. I can't blow it. Fixes are in progress, I see, even if it is business as usual. For some. I'm following Mattel's money, which has American Girl's doll movie in 2025. Let's look past, present, future. Where are we now? We're here in the now. I've started the production process and would love to see this on linear CBS this summer, primetime plus streaming. That's where I am now, and why you can see how this is so valuable for so many. Whew. This is where we are. I just wanted to keep this outside the learnings, but any quick tips are surely appreciated. Best regards, yours truly, Don Lucky Jr., a.k.a. Walden Wizard. And we continue with my metavision, which I'm sharing with you now. All of this, in fact, each and every production has had and maintains a meta quality to it. This is part of my game, you see. A lot of it. I vibrate to meta magic things. This whole cast was, became, and has manifested somehow, and is now, so that what's important, and to me changed the entire production process, has began and started with Paris Hilton. First, despite my mother concepting this idea during the strikes, what everyone responded to was this production over the others, which are all still on the table. Look, my orders from the Guild are clear, and I am so fortunate and proud to have all of this gathered together. It was no easy task, and not overnight. It never was. These stories are always there. Waiting until after my mother's 90th birthday, and many more, and the fantastic party my sister had planned, it was only after that when I started the formal pitching process. But it was always being pitched to Paramount with ideas for partner licensing deals to keep it simple and go if that's the case. You see what's going on right now with Mr. Tom Cruise, and thank you for allowing that as we fix Hollywood quickly. 1, 2, skip a few. 99, 100. Back to the mezza. And by the way, everyone around here already knows to mind their grammar, and let's keep politics out, please, and thank you so much, he said, with a courteous smile across the room, followed by a gentle nod a couple of times, and perhaps a wink to 2 or 3 of the students that were actively listening, and knew that it was just to recognize them, and not to flirt. I'm not telling exactly how I'm spinning the magic from what I saw, but know that the instant magic of Paris and Alex Cooper, of course, along with their interest, changed the game for me. I said, I want that, and it changed the whole production forever, for the greatest good. It was going to be a comic book with a nice cartoon and some of these voiceovers using the dolls. Step 1. Mattel and or Paramount need to buy that company now. Step 2, we change the eyes slightly to match the individual choices. Like Donatella Versace herself, I am pre-providing them with specific samples just for them. Why waste the time? From these samples, we will come to a conclusion. Due to the nature of the production, these artists will stay home. It's not a cartoon in AI, it's scripted, family-friendly, cutting-edge animation with some iconic talent to boot. SAG-AFTRA, WGA, and beyond, what I call IAI, which are artist-approved images. This should all really tie in and be managed together with the CAA repository. That's so important for so many reasons. First, to be in compliance, also because we don't want sad artists. That process will be shared and already is. If, as the text goes, a giving heart gathers, since we are gathered here, let me lift your spirits just as mine. Then there's a letter I've shared. Best regards. They've wished us continued strength, success, and blessings on our remarkable journey. On to the production notes. This Mums and Dads from Home production I've envisioned requires special software and hardware. I've reached out to those vendors with my intentions. On the software side, this will be provided through the genius of Seth MacFarlane's Fuzzy Door software. Also reaching out to him as a consultant. Seth MacFarlane's Fuzzy Door software consultant. He already is, and by now, you know that has been in production for some time. Imagine, if you could for a moment, a world entirely of plastic. We have this in our everyday world, but what if, one day, what if that plastic came to life? In that case, you might be entering the Fuzzy Door Zone. Slackline 2, Beyond the Fuzzy Door, or Beyond the Fuzzy Door, blind beckoning from door with stuffed bear and coffee mug. It better be one of the approved ones, guys. Let's get them up on. Are they brand approved? Okay. Hypnotic Micro Dream from Bad Japanese Airport Coffee. You mean like the one that Alanis was drinking there? They're really smaller size. I like that. Can we look into some micro miniatures for the mini set, please? Thanks a lot. And then the voiceover goes, Fuzzy Wuzzy was a door. Fuzzy Fuzzy had no more. Did you see the use of foreshadow with that coffee? Some of the goals of the production are seen in 3 different parts. Forever Friends, a family-friendly variety show with everything in it, with a running time of 60 minutes, to be run in prime time and streaming worldwide. I'm not wasting the talent nor challenging them overly. It's up to them. However, Forever Friends, The Adventures, will be patterned for a younger audience with the same characters and a running time of 30 minutes. Forever Now, a 1-hour talk show podcast style using the adult versions of the characters, explaining the show's concepts, also a running time of 60 minutes, to be run in primetime and streaming. All the same technologies. Long before a movie, these characters need to develop. I already have the full arc in mind, but really, the stories never end. That's another point here. Another goal of the productions is to have fun with it. Just as Greta Gerwig was interested in weaving these individual personalities into the characters, so am I in keeping with what I call the Barbie Land Bible. Meaning, take the Barbie movie as gospel. I'm not going to spoil things, just know that, as well as you can see through the studies, I was as close as I could be to hand-select both persona and personality to instantly match what I was looking for in keeping with that gospel, along with many other things. Crossovers will have deep movie-style meaning. Everything will. Movie, comic book, audiobooks, etc. We all have to be on the same page. This is also to make those plastic pieces look good and wholesome. There is so much out there which is defamatory for children. It really is. All in all, there are actually very few positive representations which these productions aim to fix. It's already corrected itself. Simple question to the cast. What stories do you want your children to hear and learn from? We are also teaching them by example, showing them this is how we treat neighbors and friends. This is how we react to mean people. This is why people are nice. This is why people are smart. This is why people are happy. Unlike Bluey, this is all out there and discussed with cast feedback. This is why I chose them, and I'm so very proud to have us together as part of one growing wolf pack. We can promise you the moon, but you've got to drive for it. All the best. Forget the rest.